Welcome back to my design studio, and today we are going to make a lovely balloon topiary that you can use as a centerpiece that will be air filled. So let's start off with the few supplies that we'll need today, which will be our loamy dish, our universal piece, which I've already glued these two together, and if you've watched any of my other videos you'll know that I use the loamy dish and the universal piece quite a bit. And then we're going to use a loamy column. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my loamy column onto my universal piece by putting a little bit of hot glue on the bottom. Balloons that we're going to use for today's topiary are 5-inch latex balloons made by Qualatex. Honestly, the only balloons I like to use are Qualatex balloons. I just find that they're decorator quality, they're a good balloon, they're sturdy, and you get very little breakage with a Qualatex balloon. So you probably won't be able to find a Qualatex balloon in your local store, but if you want, I'll place a link in the description box below for where you can purchase Qualatex balloons. But if you are a decorator, you will want to use these balloons all the time. You will not want to use a balloon from your local party store. They're just, the ones from the local party store, they're just too thin and they're cheaply made, where Qualatex, they really last a long time. First, what we're going to do is we are going to inflate these balloons, and we're going to make them fairly small because we want them for a topiary centerpiece. We don't want these big balloons. I am going to inflate 2 at a time, and then I will tie them together, and we will need a total of 12 balloons to make a perfectly round topiary, which will be 6 sets of 2 balloons. I'm going to use 1 pink and 1 white because I'm going to theme this in the end for a baby shower. What I do is I just take both of these balloons and I'm going to tie them together at the neck. Just a nice little double knot right there, tie them together. Like I said, I'm just going to inflate 6 sets of these two balloons tied together. I'm using a professional decorator quality air inflator. However, you can inflate these balloons manually, but if you are a centerpiece designer or an event decorator, you will want to invest in a professional air inflation machine. Our next step is to take 2 sets and to take them by where we tied them together and just twist them together. Voila! Just twisted them together. And then we will take 2 more, and you see how there's always the knot there? That's where you always want to add your 2 new balloons, through the center of your knots. Okay. And now I just added those, and you can see, if I can show it, there's the knots, and you're going to add 2 more, and then we'll add 2 more right through the middle. Always adding your balloons through the middle of the other balloons. Look at that. And we have a perfect symmetrical topiary, which we are now going to attach to the top of our column. I would suggest you put a little bit of hot glue that's not too hot, but you know, just a little bit, so that you can secure your balloons to the top of your column. See how pretty that looks? Nice. Now let's do the bottom. For the bottom of our topiary, we have a couple of choices. We can put balloons along the bottom here, which we will do, or we could use a base that I've attached some foil tissue to, which I'll show you. it would look like that when it's done. So we just tie these together. We have our 2 sets of 2, and then we are just going to twist these balloons together. I want to have 2 white ones on one side and 2 pinks on the other side. And I'm just going to wrap them around my base. I wrap them around my base, and then I'm just going to fold one over the other so that I get every other color. And I'll take the 2 sets of 2, twist them together at the centers. I'm going to have 2 whites, 2 pinks, and then I'm just going to go around my center column, twist them, push it down so that I have this nice little base. So I hope you all enjoyed creating this Topiary balloon centerpiece today in this episode, and I hope that you will come back and join me in the next episode where we will decorate and embellish this centerpiece for our baby shower. I'll see you guys next time here in my design studio.